On this episode of Team Building Saves the World. Why is CSR so important? Why is it becoming a topic of conversation today?
I think people are choosing their company differently now, especially since you're in this world of a post-pandemic. So you're looking at like what your company has to offer, and millennials and whatnot are choosing a company based on who the company is and what the company can give to them. And I think when you're looking at a company, you're looking for a company that gives back, a company that does well. It's like statistically shown that people will choose a company that gives back more.
In point of fact, there was a Gallup study that came out in like 2014. Then it's like 7 to 11% of a company's whole total value is even based on CSR. But why? I mean, why should this be the pivot that companies are making? And do we know when this became so strong, Stuart?
I think I worked for a charity in 2006 and 7. And it was it was really interesting working on that side of it, because what that charity wanted to do was reach out to, instead of just reaching out to individuals for volunteering or for specific donations,
right?
Corporations, I think, have an onus to do that. They're employing a lot of people, they're making a lot of money, and at a certain point that company should start thinking about how they can give back to the community that they're impacting. And when I was working for this particular nonprofit, that's one of the sort of areas that they focused on, was which companies can we talk to about how they can help us a little more than an individual would. And they've got a group of employees that might want to get out and plant a garden of vegetables for a local community, or do whatever it might be doing. The nonprofit I was working for was actually a sailing academy, and we would reach out to corporations to sponsor school groups of disaffected youth to come to us and learn how to sail. And that's kind of that was the part that we did. But we also charged individuals for courses a pretty good amount of money. We were a pretty high level sailing school.
Okay.
And used profits from that to also help other groups and other schools and other kids, because we knew the outdoors could help them, within their efforts and within the hardships that they were feeling. So I think the cool thing is that a company can really think about the pillars that they want to align to in regards to their impact. So if they're a specific, if they're a oil company, maybe they want to think about environmental options in regards to giving back, and how many trees they could plant to offset the carbon emissions of their plants.
Gotcha.
But there's one part of it which is to be good, to do the right thing.
Sure. Yes.
And that's how you get a better employee base of nice people. I think that want to work for you and enjoy it.
Okay.
But it's also a marketing thing. Like, you get to tell everyone, yes, we're producing gasoline for your cars, and unfortunately that's not great for the environment, but we're also planting hundreds of thousands of trees to try and offset that. We know it's not that great of a thing to be doing, but at the moment it's a need to operate a lot of things. So how can we make that need better in as a company and in the public eyes?
Hello, team. Thanks for watching all the way to the end of that video. If you'd like to hear more from that podcast, you can follow the link down in the doobly-doo below. Of course, follow us on all of our social media at Team Bond Podcast, and be sure to leave us a comment that I can read aloud on future episodes. And as always, if you liked that video, don't forget to click like and subscribe. And if you didn't like the video, just shut up about it. Everything's going to be fine. See you next time, team.